Folks,
Ooh, buddy.
we are live.
What just happened?
And we just beat Cincinnati in an absolute no-doubter blowout. We knew it was going to happen from the start. From the start all the way to the finish, I never once sweated at all.
God.
Were you nervous at all the entire game?
I
You were
am-
nervous?
I was a basket case.
What were you nervous about? We had that
Nobody
thing in the
could be around
bag.
me. I was unsafe. I was slapping myself in the face. We're
undefeated.
There was no way we were winning that game.
We're undefeated. Easy.
I can't even. I have so many thoughts. All right, let me just start with what just happened to me. First of all, my heart beating completely out of my chest. I turned my head so fast toward the screen that I hurt my neck a little bit. But here's what happened right before the interception. This is not a joke. ESPN app glitched, shut down, completely gone. So I turn it back on, and Rule's hands are in the air, and I start running around the house with my hands up, but I can't make noise because
Wait, the kids. Why are you on the app?
Because the kids are sleeping. Because I have a Roku. Because I don't know. Because I'm that guy, and it shuts down, and I'm like, no. And I turn it back on, and Rule's hands are up, and I'm like, we did it. What did we do? What happened? No idea.
I mean,
I
don't even know how you
beside myself. How does Cincy do that? How does Cincy throw a pass? They're in field goal range. Hartzog wanted to give it to him, and then he said, taking it right back.
I mean, what are you doing?
What are they doing? Unbelievable. I mean, just
take a knee.
A gift from the
take a knee.
You're running the ball. It's unbelievable. I mean, just unbelievable.
They have a great field goal kicker that can kick from 52 yards. They just got a gift from Hartzog. Decided to hold him to a high eternity.
Unbelievable. Do they realize we are the worst team statistically in the history of the creation of overtime?
We haven't won an overtime game in 25 years.
We went negative yards last year in overtime, and that was it.
Not to mention Sorsby had gained 300 yards in the last 8 plays, and you're gonna have him throw a Tom Brady pass to the end zone. Like, what are you doing?
God, just absolute, just bonehead, absolute stupidity on there. I mean, that is Cincy football in a nutshell.
A fade route to the end zone when all you have to do is kick with 34 seconds. Like, I'm watching the play over and over again. Hartzog hasn't made a play in 6 years, and you're gonna
5 interceptions last year. Thank you very much. But he is undersized, and he often gives up big plays. So it wasn't a terrible idea. But holy moly! I mean, just like how good does it feel? Rule was 3-10. 3-10 in one possession games.
We're back. I mean, I've wanted to do a rapid reaction for a long time because I never had the opportunity to, because we just basically lose every game.
Thank you guys for joining us. All 800 of you that are already tuning in and dropping comments. This is hilarious to look at. So they pulled a Nebraska on Nebraska. Yeah, I mean, just complete coaching. I mean, just complete stupidity.
I mean, it was honestly like Nebraska coaching malpractice followed by Cincinnati coaching malpractice.
It was just, who wants to win this less?
Like, what are they doing? I'm trying to find
let's try to recap our emotions here. I mean, coming out of the gate, right? Cincinnati running the ball on us, which was like the thing that I like in our preview. I was like, this is what I'm concerned about. They gashed us. They went for 60-something yards, but they had less than 20 yards passing in those first 2 possessions. Got 3 points out of it, and then second quarter was all Huskers. Like, how good were you feeling at halftime?
Well, it's I mean, a tale of two halves. Like, I feel like that was a not good half. But
yeah, I mean, the second quarter was great, right? Like, since he went punt, fumble,
we were dominating, but not dominating.
And then touchdown.
We were basically dominating the game, but not dominating. It was the weirdest. Like,
it was crazy.
I'm looking at these numbers. Like, we won the time of possession game by like
was
80%. We
yeah.
won that. We had 100 plus more yards in the first half. Defense was unbelievable. Offense was in control. We're up by 10. Great.
Loving it.
And coming into the half, you score that extra touchdown.
Yeah.
Plus, you come into the half, you
Right.
score you score coming out of
Complimentary
the half. You go
football,
up
like
3
Shavers with a
scores.
huge hit, forced a turnover right there. Winery jumped on it. I mean, that was awesome. Huge play. And they kind of bailed our offense out because the offense stalled at midfield. We get the huge turnover, score a touchdown, up by 10 going into half, feeling pretty good. And then third quarter was just much more like the first quarter, I guess. But I mean, the overall in the first half, like I was impressed that we made adjustments. We shut them down in the second quarter. We did not allow like a single pass completion. I mean, that was all fantastic to see. Cunahan in the first half, 2 field goals, like
Bombs.
yeah,
Absolute bombs.
52-yarder. Like I didn't even
Bombs.
think that was allowed on campus. That was huge. 2 field goals, 13 points, feeling good. How do you come out in the second half and only put up a 7-burger?
Is that what it was? I'm like,
Yeah.
This is one of those
It was
games.
13
I like after the
13-3
third
and ended 2017.
after the third play, I texted my friends and was like, I'm gonna need to rewatch this game because I'm not absorbing any of this. Like it was just all like emotion. Like I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. Like
Yeah.
I can't like I thought that it was the defense was weird. Like we had linebackers jumping all over the place and blitzing at weird times.
Right.
The offense was weird. Like Dylan Raiola did not throw the ball longer than we did not have one single play of 20 plus yards the entire game.
That's actually kind of nuts. Yeah.
So I was like, I was like watching in real time.
43 completions.
I'm trying to scroll through the timeline, being like, what the freaking heck is going on with this offense? Like,
right.
we have a 5-star quarterback that can throw the ball 78 yards in the air from his back foot, and he is throwing 5-yard checkdowns over and over and over and over and over again. And like, it's impossible to tell in real time, like unless you watch the All-22, like what is going on.
Yeah. That's what I needed. That's what
was going on.
I think that Cincinnati recognized that they had such a horrible pass defense last year. They're just like, keep it all in front of us. I mean, we at one point, I think the first half we were 6 of 10 on third downs. I mean, they were just letting us have it. But that's why I just like, you got to put more points on the board. They're letting you just march down the field, first down after first down. Raiola is looking like an absolute surgeon. And then we just like inside of that 40-yard line, it happened at least twice in the first half and several times in the second half. We just pissed down our legs. I don't understand what happened.
All right. So I'm absorbing this in real time. Raiola finishes 33 of 42.
33 of 42 is insane.
For 243 yards.
That's not enough
yards per completion and 2 touchdowns. So, I mean,
crazy.
33 completions was, I mean, what is 33 divided by 42?
That's less than, yeah.
79%. He completed 80% of his passes.
I mean,
he completed 80% of his passes, 6 yards per play, 243 yards. But and Emma Johnson also at 25 carries, 108 yards. So you've got 2 guys who are balling, but like it was the weirdest. Like they were balling but not balling.
Yeah.
Like what? Like were we awesome or not awesome?
It just didn't feel like it because, like when you look back now, if we look at all these stats and numbers, we're gonna be like, God, are you kidding? Like, Hunter had 5 catches. Like I don't even remember all of them in real time. And then Emmett had a bunch of catches and stuff. Like too many checkdowns. He wants, like, I know that Dana wants to get him into a rhythm. I know that like this is his bread and butter. It's like take what they're giving to you, and he did an awesome job of that. Like there is no doubt that he did a very good job of taking what the defense wanted to allow us to have, which was those dink and dunk passes. And that could be frustrating on a defense and tire them out and everything. But who's going to stretch the field? Like Dane Key, I thought was that guy. Well, Hunter made plays. I mean, heck, Lindenmeyer made plays, but those were all underneaths.
Well, that's what's like. I think
The-
we're gonna have to
it's
rewatch
the
this
yard
game without the stress
in
and
the
the emotion.
air that the ball goes. Like we're relying a lot on yards after catch with guys that they're just keeping everything in front of us.
So I think that, yeah,
33
I think, I
completions
mean,
for only 243 yards
as
is
you look at this stat line, and we're gonna look at the stat line. Anybody who didn't watch this game, which it's 11:50 on a Thursday night, and people have to go to work tomorrow, so people didn't watch the game. But you look at this game, and you're like, oh wow, hey, look at Rayola in front of Mahomes and in front of Taylor Swift was 80% of his passes for 243 yards.
yeah. You're
Hunter
feeling like that's
Hunter
probably a blowout.
Hunter had 6 catches, 65 yards. That's it. That's a great stat line.
Sure.
He had 6 catches, 51 yards, and Lindenmeyer 5 catches, 47 yards. Like you take that stat line all day, but yet they were driving to win the game. So I was literally like absorbing this as it was happening. I was like, I think we're dominating this game.
Oh,
I also think we're
crazy. I mean,
losing.
just look at these team stats. We won time of possession, third down conversions,
We won
rushing
time of
yards.
possession by 19 minutes.
Rushing yards, passing yards. We had completion.
Wait, time out. Read these out loud.
QB rating.
Time of
Literally.
possession. Time
Yeah.
of possession, we won 39-20. We had the ball for 70% of the game.
The whole quarter of the game.
We had 243 passing yards. They had 70.
70.
We had they had 200 rushing yards. We had 110. Dang, that's crazy.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they had twice as many rushing
Right,
yards.
that was in the second half.
But
First
the
half, good.
total yards passing, rushing. I mean, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Three penalties for 27 yards, which 2 of those were in the first drive. So they got better after that. 2 turnovers for Cincinnati's the difference.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
and literally that was the difference. I feel let's talk positives first here overall. The positives are I think Rayola has a fantastic grasp of the offense.
I think he's very, very good.
He looks methodical. He was a surgeon. I mean,
he's very calm.
And 2, and you've got that play call, and he quickly adjusts his arm angle and snaps one to Dane Key like that. Game-changing play. I just want to see him get it down the field a little bit more. But like positives,
John Townsend says throw the ball down the field.
John Townsend, you are correct. And we did not do that. Since he played a lot of zone and they just kept it in front of him, but Rayola did a great job of just like finding what was in front of us. Positive number 2 for the offense. Emmett Johnson. He runs like a young bull. Yeah. Just released from a cage and coming out bucking. And there were a few runs where I was like, why are you going that direction? But then there was a few runs where he just found holes that were not there. And just like fantastic jump cuts and shiftiness. He's going to be great. I think he can handle the workload. Third positive, I think we got some receivers. Like they made good catches. There were no like bad drops other than Emmett Johnson had one. Then they got open. They got into spaces and stuff.
Can I add a couple more?
Yeah.
Third down efficiency, we're 10 of 18.
I mean, that's as good as you'll be all year.
Fourth down efficiency, 1 of 2. So 10 of 18 is 56%. That's pretty darn good. And they were 3 of 10. So I think you're looking at like, all right, I felt pretty good on third down. I felt oddly confident. Danke is very strong. Hunter is very strong. Okay. We'll have to go on a separate tangent later on like Lindenmeyer of like, I don't think I fully appreciated he was like 10th string 2 years ago. And then your backup tight end was a quarterback last year. I'm like, what happened to our tight end room? Like, good grief. Like, what is happening? Like Lindenmeyer had a touchdown and it was dragged down by a cornerback. Like, I don't know what happened there. I mean, so positives, I agree. I thought we were a little cool, calm, collected. He catches the snap. He's on control. He was telling guys when to go in motion. He called that Hunter audible at the line of scrimmage, threw the fade route to Hunter in the end zone. So that was all him calling that at the line. Like he very clearly audibled into that play. Like very strong play there. I totally agree. I think we've got a running back that's strong. I think we've got wide receivers that can catch. Positive.
Yes.
I think I think, while we're going on positives, Archie punted really well.
Oh God,
I
that
mean,
kid is just.
dropping it on the 9-yard line twice.
Oh my! Just like it was no problem. I was like, why does everyone else make this look hard? He makes it look really easy.
Yeah, we haven't done that in forever, which is exciting.
Yeah,
And I think,
that
but
was
I think on the positives, I don't know what to do with our defense. But
yeah.
now I'm like coming back to like I'm gonna go to the play-by-play. I mean, we went 3 and out 3 or 4 straight times. I was like, this is the best defense in the country. I mean, in that middle part of the game, first quarter, they go punt, field goal, punt, fumble, end of half. So their first half drives were punt, field goal, punt, fumble. And all of those, I was like, man, we might have a defense. Like, this is exciting. This is like Cincinnati's not going to score the entire game. I thought Nwaneri looked great. I thought Singleton looked great.
Yeah.
But then that second half was like,
so
it was literally like I would go to the bathroom and I would come back and be like, they scored again?
That was completely unacceptable.
Like, my bathroom's like 3 inches from my television. I would come back and be like,
and you're a little slew of foot, but not that bad. I mean, like we're not. It's not that.
Scored in 90 seconds.
It's a solid 20 steps. It's not that bad. Yeah. Okay. Another positive. I like that we were getting the young guys in, like in the first. I mean, Mosey had a carry. That was pretty good to see. Yeah. Kai Nelson had a carry. They both combined.
Bonner died. Did Bonner die?
Combined for negative 2 yards, which is not a great start to their.
Bonner died. Bonner's dead.
Bonner died. And I'm going to chalk that up as a positive. Dawson Merritt, there was a sighting there. McGahee didn't look great. He got kind of beat to the edge. But, young dude, Vincent Shavers, we've been hearing about him, had a huge hit. Turned the game on its head. Cortez Mills had a catch. Quinn Clark had a catch. Bonner had a catch.
Singleton had seven tackles. Buford had 5. Marshall had 5. And Winery had 6. Shaven Wright had 5. That's a good group.
Yeah, and Winery actually had 6 too. Like, he was chasing people down and a half tackle for loss.
So I mean, it's a mobile quarterback. Maybe we weren't trying to get sacks, but like, were we even close?
That's going to be concerning all year. I think Winery's going to. I honestly, I've been saying it all off season. Like, that is a dude that if he develops right, you saw some flashes tonight. Like, he is fast. He is 6'7", for God's sake. He is like, if he can find that level of grit that you need to just be an absolute savage attacking the quarterbacks, he's going to be fantastic. Difference maker. Absolutely huge. Keona Davis went down. That was not good, but I think it was just a cramp. He was doing okay stopping the run and stuff there. But, the concern all offseason was the D-line. And what did we learn tonight? D-line is going to let some gashes. They're going to, I mean, that's all Cincy did.
Look, I think we have to
with scrambles.
This is why you do a rapid reaction. Is like, this is purely emotion, and like, I'll wake up tomorrow and rewatch this game and think a lot differently. But I was like, a lot of those gashing runs. I mean, my brain was going to like, are we going to stop Michigan ever? What are we doing? This is the 10th best team in the Big 12.
That really likes to run the ball.
This is the 10th best team in the Big 12, and we are getting ganked.
Yeah.
They had five brand new.
It's not good. Yeah.
5 brand new offensive linemen, 5 brand new wide receivers, 2 brand new running backs, and we were getting gashed. I was like, what happens when Michigan comes to town and they have 5 fifth-year seniors starting at offensive line? Like, are we completely screwed?
I think they're licking their chops just at the fact that, like, okay, we know we can run on this team, and then they'll just let Underwood do his thing. But we got a couple weeks until then. The D-line needs work. I think that I'm feeling like we might be a little undersized.
I thought we looked small. I think that's
like Judy,
this is my number one concern coming into this game was because we built up the hype so freaking high. And I was so high on this team that I was like, that first snap, and I literally saw it after the first snap. I was like,
Uh-oh.
I was like, oh God, where's Ty Robinson? Like, where's Nash? I was
I
like,
Nash
these
just-
guys are tiny.
There was no problem. Like we stopped the run all year last year.
Well, because Waneri is like, he's fast. He's like a Randy Gregory, but we don't have that. Like, I mean, the dude that they had in the center, who is that guy that they're obsessed with, Dante? Like, we don't have that at all.
But we actually did pretty good, getting it away from him. Like I thought we handled him.
No, I'm
pretty
saying
well.
we don't have that on.
Well, yeah, we need right. Yeah, you need.
We don't have that on our nose tackle.
Park your Mack truck right in the middle of the driveway there.
Like we've got a lot of like great, very confident defensive backs.
Yes,
which is great if you're in the Big 12.
Yeah, no fly zone, baby.
It is. I mean, they threw how many yards passing do they have? Yeah, 69.
69, nice. 13 for 25.
He had 69. I mean, that's great. Like
Terrible.
if we were in the Big 12, we would win the Big 12. Unfortunately,
that's a good point. Actually,
we're in the Big 10.
Congrats to us on winning the Big 12.
Fortunately, we're in the Big 10. So, all right. Can we talk about? Let's talk about another. This is therapy for me. So we gotta let's work through some stuff. This is kind of like Big Red Overreaction, one of my favorite shows ever. We got 2,000 people listening to us right now. Midnight on Thursday. We got work tomorrow. I don't know what's going on. We got 2,000 people here. Send in your comments. Hit us with it. Okay.
Scott Aguglia says,
Scott's not feeling us right now. Did we just play EA Sports or do you want to address real football? I want to address real football, Scott.
Real football, Scott. We literally just watched us win a freaking game, Scott. Are you not listening to us talk, Scott?
Scott, first and one on the goal line. This play is going to break me. So Pritchett jumps off sides.
Yeah.
And what's going to be killer about this is so Pritchett's the Alabama transfer that we gave allegedly $1 million+ to come to Nebraska, and he's like a third string left tackle.
And what did we hear from Rule?
Literally yesterday and the day before and the day before. The reason that this $1 million left tackle is not starting is because he jumps off sides in practice. And what does he do? First and goal on the 1 yard line, he jumps off sides. I mean, do you want to talk about throwing the couch through the television, first and goal on the 1 yard line? I can't even breathe. I'm like, what is he doing on the field?
He
wasn't even close to offside.
He actually,
he was through the end zone. He was so offside. He
completely belly flopped. He went down on his belly.
He was up in the stands. That's how offsides he was.
He was gone. Yeah, he was ready to jump, baby. But the craziest part was on that drive, he looked at that time leading up to that play, he looked like the best left tackle yet because they'd played Gatula, and they played Corcoran as well, but he looked actually solid. And then just an absolute backbreaker.
I mean, the backbreakers.
You still have the ball on the 6.
I guess, and that's what comes back to me is I do not understand. The offense is confusing to me. Is what were we trying to do in the offseason, and who are you bringing guys in? Hunter goes up and gets that ball and kind of saves us, but first and goal on the 5.
Yeah,
and we're kind of what are we? What are we trying to do?
Yeah.
It's still this weird Emmett Johnson for 2 yards. Emmett Johnson for 1 yard.
Right.
Kind of weird play fake to Landon Meyer to the left.
So this is where we don't and I don't mean to bring up past players and whatever your opinions are, I don't care. But Dante Dowdle last year was pretty good at getting in the end zone. He was a hammer, and we don't have a hammer. Emmett's shifty. He's good. He'll find holes. He will get rushing touchdowns. But I don't know if we have that 3 yard, 4 yard, just pound it, 3 straight times. So it'll be interesting to see, do we end up using Bonner in that role? Do we end up do we have to get creative with Harburg and stuff and just do
Do you think Barney was hurt?
Okay, yeah. So that first tackle that he took, where they just tried to bend his knee ripped
his head off
into half. looked pretty rough. And then he took another shot like to his ankle as well.
Yeah, he
But
did.
he stayed in the game and he played and he had some catches.
He had that big play. He had the big rushing play in the third down or in the third quarter, where he like would have broken if they didn't just like they
He's
just caught him. I guess what I can't figure out. So that is going to be first and goal on the 1.
oh
Even without the false start, I was like, I don't really know what play they're running. And then first and
yeah.
goal on the 5, I
But
was like,
we were on cruise control. I mean, we didn't.
no, yeah, we're on cruise control between the 20s. But then first and goal on the 5 is like it's almost like we're like brain dead. Even on that last drive, which maybe Dana is a god. Maybe he's a god. Third down, you just run this like half-assed. Sorry, my mom's listening. I'm sure she's gonna like you just run. You run Emmett Johnson up the middle for 1 yard on 3rd and 2.
Yeah.
And then you throw a beauty to Dane Key.
Oh,
Great.
Yeah, right. Well,
right?
I think that
So
they were
like
probably,
I don't know how
they were
much of
probably
that is
setting
him.
up a 4th down.
Well, I don't know how much of
I
that
think
is
they knew
Dana
they were
being
going.
brilliant.
Yeah.
But then why didn't they do that in the first quarter? First and goal on the 5, and we run 4 just like terrible plays in a row.
Yeah.
And get a field goal, right? It's confusing to me because you're like, we make 1st and 5 look impossible from the goal line. We did that drive, the entire drive, all the way leading up to it.
Yeah,
majestic.
Right.
I mean, we're running RPOs. Dillman is cool and calm in the pocket between the 20s. He's fantastic. Emmett Johnson's cool and calm in pocket between the 20s. All of them are fantastic between the 20s. And then it's like gets to the 5-yard line and it's like, wow.
Yeah, it's like what happens down there. Yeah, I mean, the fade route was brilliant. Like that was,
the fade yard is brilliant, but we probably missed 4 of those.
Yeah,
I mean, that's like a 25%, which fine. You get a touchdown on one of them, but he overthrew on that.
I think that there are teams that get down there and they have a hammer, and when they have a hammer, you just know we're running the ball 3 straight times, and we're gonna get 5 yards. Like,
I guess why didn't we like get one then in the offseason?
Like passing from the entire dynamic of trying to pass from the 4-yard line is like your routes have to be very horizontal. Like there's no vertical space at all. Everything is really compressed. And so like you have to pass sometimes down there for sure, but it's unless you have that like isolated man coverage, and we do have guys that are like going to be able to beat their man like Hunter did tonight. I think we're just going to have to get kind of creative all year, or you just commit to pounding it with Emmett.
This comment from B. Hayes, when you don't have that hammer, you have to spread the defense out and give EJ the space to cut. Plus, you have the run route option to call. I agree with that. Like when they line up and it's like 2 tight ends, like from the 5-yard line, and you're just going to run Emmett up the middle. I'm like, this has no chance. This has no chance. It's not going anywhere. But when they come out 3-4 wide, they spread everything out. They got things going on, and they're in shotgun. I have a lot more confidence in Emmett to like find a seam, find the offense to to roll out, the lineman to pull.
Sure.
But like when you just run them up the middle, like what are we doing? Like if this doesn't work against Cincinnati, it is not working against Michigan. It's not working against Michigan State. It's not working against definitely not working against Penn State. Definitely not working against Iowa. Which whatever, we've got 6 weeks to figure that out.
Yeah, no, I love that we made it out alive. We're 1-0, baby. But we've got to. We now know like the things that we were fearing, which was probably the number one thing on offense was going to be running back depth, right? That is kind of confirmed. Emmett Johnson had 25 carries for 108 yards. The next highest rushing total was Harburg with 4 yards. So, okay, we don't have running back depth. Got it. The second biggest concern was our D-line, and are they undersized? I don't think they did too much to like put that fire out. The second quarter was great. They did have some big run stops and everything, but that gives me a little bit of fear. And here's a random fun fact: Howie Walker, Wisconsin's running back from last year, had
many yards.
He had 14 rushes last year for 54 yards. I want to say with Wisconsin, he had 7 carries this year for 53 yards.
Yeah,
So he doubled his rushing average against Nebraska, but that's going to be probably the biggest point of emphasis. The second one is going to be like, who's going to get to the quarterback? I think it's got to be Winery. I think it's got to be Keona Davis. I think we got to send our linebackers and get more aggressive and stuff with blitzes, but we just did not get home on Sorsby. And when we tried to, it ended up in complete disaster, like nobody spying on the quarterback at all. And when he took off with that 29-yard run, I was like, I thought that the secondary and the linebackers were just, I thought they just left the field. There was like nobody in sight.
Disaster.
It was, I mean, and just at such a critical time. So, but those are it. Like we talked about it in the offseason. We talked about like in our preseason preview, we said like, how do we replace Ty and Nash? And here we are saying, how do we replace Ty and Nash? Because we got some gashes up the middle. I mean, they passed for 69 yards on 25 attempts, but they had 202 yards rushing, and they kept it to a 3-point game. Like
okay. Let's shift gears for a sec. Can we talk about how much fun Kansas City is going to be tonight?
I'm so freaking jealous.
Can you even imagine
that
66,000 Nebraska fans after a win, after a 1-point win, or a 3-point win, a 1-score win, that Hartzog finally puts the team on his shoulders and puts the team on his shoulders and wins the game? Like, I mean, what is the Power and Light District like tonight?
Oh, see you later.
Do you even imagine?
It's
66,000 Nebraska fans. Nobody can drive home tonight.
Yeah, no one can drive home. I mean, clearly no one can drive home.
It's 12:10.
No, they're ready.
You can't get out of the stadium. You're either in the stadium. You're either in the stadium or you're going straight to. I mean, where are you going? You got to go Power and Light.
I can't wait to see the aftermath in like those tailgating lots and stuff.
I mean, like, and you almost got to treat it like a bowl game win. And
I mean,
you just
this game felt like an exorcism. Like it was like just so many demons left at the end. I mean, Hartzog, for God's sake, has a completely crippling penalty, followed by what might be the best play of the season. Like,
I mean, it's
saving play.
I would say that the encouraging side of it is that Hartzog goes from crippling, back-breaking, game-losing play to game-winning play. There's another one before it. Emmett Johnson dropped a wide-open like screen pass. Remember that one?
Oh, the little slip out that he did.
Little slip out, caught it. Like, I mean, he catches everything, he drops it, and then the next play he runs for 12 yards.
Yes.
Like the team has like some resilience to him.
Yeah, some moxie.
They got some moxie. They got some resilience. They got some like gusto that maybe teams in the past didn't have. So there's like a little bit of that, but like, I mean, God, it's so freaking insane. We have not had somebody make a play when we needed to with the game on the line in 10 years.
I mean, that was seriously.
I'm literally the only one that
3-10 in 1-score games. I think. I don't remember this one exactly, but I believe we were 10-25 in our last 35 one-possession games.
But even so, no one has made like a great play to win a game. Like the last one I can think of was, I remember the Penn State, Will Levis was the Penn State quarterback that he like led a game-tying drive, and we ended up sacking him and like having a couple big plays at the end of the game. That was probably 2020 ago, Dave. That was 2021. That's literally the first one that pops in my head because all the other one-score games we won are just like, they weren't that dramatic.
Right. Like like Lane McCallum kicking a walk-off against Northwestern or something.
That was also 8 years ago. Like we literally can rattle these off because they're few and far between.
I mean,
but like a senior leader coming up big in a big time game and making a big time play, fresh off a diabolically bad pass interference.
I mean, you just wanted to snap his neck, and then he saved the season.
Literally saved the season. Well, at least whether or not he saved the season, he at least saved us until like, he got us to October.
Yeah. We're alive. We're alive. It doesn't matter how you get them. Just stacking wins, baby.
We're definitely, I mean, if he does not intercept that ball, we're talking season over August 29th. We don't even get to September. And now we're at least 3-1 heading into October.
I mean, we're having the conversation.
We're 3-1 in October, and we still like, even with that team, like
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you sleep on it and you're like, look at it and you're like, I don't know. Maybe that team can beat Michigan State. I haven't seen. I mean, what happened in the Big Ten? Like, did Wisconsin
Oh,
win?
yeah, not good things. The Big Ten did not come out swinging tonight.
Did Frost lose that game?
Minnesota relied on a 16-play final possession. 15 of their plays, 15 out of the 16 were rushes. It ate up like 9 minutes and 45 seconds of clock, and they beat Buffalo by 13.
Classic
Big Ten football.
Classic.
Wisconsin was up 3-0 on Miami of Ohio with a few minutes left in the third quarter, and then I believe they scored 2 touchdowns, so good for them. Might have lost their quarterback. I didn't follow up on that, but he had left the field at one point. Not great for Wisconsin. Not a good year incoming. Rutgers won by 3 over Ohio.
Amazing.
So
I mean, so this is the stuff. This is the stuff where you like
grabs. At least
this is the stuff where you just gotta like. I mean, you have to win these stupid games because
we did.
Otherwise, you end up on the other side of it. And then, like, what happens is, like, by Saturday, maybe we'll watch Michigan State and be like, oh, that team actually stinks. We'll watch Michigan and be like, they're not that good. And we'll watch Minnesota. Okay, they're not that good. Okay, great.
Mean, you gotta you gotta go into survival mode for week 1, and we absolutely did.
I think they're like,
we won. I literally I had visions of. I thought it was an overtime loss at an absolute minimum, and I just had like so many just bad visions coming in. Like I have relentless optimism. But when these things keep happening over and over and over, and you're just like, we've only scored 7 points in the second half. We can't put points on the board. They're running all over us. They get the ball back after we, stall out again as we're, getting to the 40-yard line, end up punting. I'm sitting there and I'm like, I know exactly what's going to happen. I just knew exactly. And then it started happening. And it started happening again. And he ran for 8 yards so easily. And then they freaking ran for another 12 yards so easily. And then no one can maintain the pocket, even though he was throwing with the wrong hand all night. Freaking Sorsby was literally like, am I left-handed? I might be left-handed.
Such a disaster.
Am I a lefty? I'm going to try my left and see. Sorsby, the Archie Wilson of quarterbacking. He just starts throwing with the other side.
I mean, I'm out on my patio where I've had just maybe some of the worst vibes of all time. I've watched the Illinois meltdown. I've watched the Minnesota meltdown. I'm like, do I need to, like, I'm on my backside. Do I need to go? Do I need to leave the patio? Do I need to
around? Here it goes. Here it
goes again. I'm on my backside again. Illinois. Here it comes again. Northwestern Ireland. Here comes the onside kick. Are we going to screw this thing up again? Oh my God. I cannot freaking believe this. But they even 4th and 7. We had them 4th and 7. 4th and 7.
And he
inexplicably calls a timeout.
Of the game.
He inexplicably calls a timeout. They're rattled. They don't know what's going on. Cincinnati has no timeouts. Like there's complete mayhem on the field. It's like when you're playing like PlayStation and the controller starts freaking the hell out. Like that's literally what's happening in the game. Rules like, you know what, timeout. Yeah, time. Yeah. I'm gonna call timeout real hard. Let's give them a chance to get a play. They draw a perfect out route. 4th and 8, perfect play. Like if you just let that thing play out, like that's where again, I'm gonna rewatch the game and Holgorsen outcoached me. I'm sitting here on Twitter with my Twitter fingers being like, you're an idiot. I can't believe you just called Emmett Johnson up the middle and then he throws perfect pass at Dinky. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm an idiot. But the fact that we're 4th down on the 42 or 43 yard line and don't punt it and just have Archie pin him deep, and then they march it right down our throat and score a touchdown. That to me is like coaching malpractice. You call a timeout in that last 4th and 7 when 66,000 people are screaming at Sorsby, who doesn't have a completion the entire game, and you let them run the perfect play, followed by the perfect pass interference play, followed by the game, they would have won the freaking game. So I'm sitting here like, oh my God, Rule's got the same meltdown tendency that Frost has.
Yeah, he starts licking his lips a lot.
Dude, he just he spazzes out.
He adjusts his headset 14 times. And
let this thing play out. Let it play out.
Focus, bud.
Focus. Well, it's like I get it. 13. It was 13-3. You punt that thing. You punt that thing down to the 3-yard line. The defense comes out. It goes 3 and out, and you the game is over. and instead you give them the ball on the 48-yard line on a
Yeah.
weird fourth down play. Like there were just
Yeah,
so many plays there that you're like,
yeah.
what
And
was going
actually
on?
that play, I mean, like, of course, like in hindsight, if we convert that, like, that's a game-changing conversion there too. But
Obviously, but like the play call is weird. It was like what's the play
it
call?
was
The play
weird.
call is
But
like a
it
check
was
down.
there. Like, if I would say Raiola didn't have many just like bad passes, but that one was questionable. Shouldn't have been thrown. But he missed like Dane Key. It was like it should have been a pretty easy conversion. And like
Yeah, I
I
mean
think
it's
that's probably a
like
play
I said,
call we want back, but also it's like, okay, it was there.
yeah, I mean look, but
Definitely.
it's the same as like there's 80% of the plays last year with Satterfield were there. Like if you watch like half of
Yeah,
his play calls, you're like, oh yeah, that guy was open, but like there's
right.
something missing there. And that to me is like there's so many different plays throughout that game where I'm like, that was massive. Like
Yeah.
fourth down, you give them the ball in the 48, you give them a one back, like it's 13-3. The game was over. Like they had no momentum, they have no offense. Like you pin them back deep. Like that one stuck out to me. The first
Yeah.
and goal on the one, that one stuck out to me. The 4th and 7 timeout stuck out to me. Like there were just a bunch of play calls like throughout that I'm like,
Yeah.
Jesus, like what are we
It was
doing?
not
Just
it was
like
not a perfectly coached game. There's no doubt about that. I think it was well coached enough. Biggest positives are probably going to be that like Raiola does look like he's got a good enough grasp of the offense that we're going to be able to run anything. I'm very interested to see like if this is a trend all year, because it was his trend last year was like, sure, I'll complete 70% of my passes for 200 yards. Like, who cares? Like, will we end up having like that deep threat, that stretch the field mindset,
yeah.
that like attack the deep part of the defense with your gunslinger quarterback? Or are we going to play everything within 20 yards of the line of scrimmage all year? But that's probably like positive number one would just be, I mean, you'll take like an 80% completion rate all day from your sophomore quarterback that you're hoping has a good grasp of the offense. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. We like that. Pass defense is solid. I mean, Sorsby's bad, but he's not that bad. He went 13 of 25 for 69 yards. I mean, just not even a threat. Love that.
I think the like
positive.
That's the concern, the pros and cons. And it's like, hey, let's take this thing 1 week at a time. Take it 1 week at a time. And we've got a couple week tune-up games for the next few weeks. Great. We don't play any Heisman contenders the whole season.
Ooh, that's a statement.
Name one. Maybe.
He'll be up there.
Fine.
He will. Because they might be undefeated going into that game.
Bryce Underwood, maybe. Besides that, like we're not playing. I just think we're not playing the
Mark Gronkowski. What's his name? Gronkowski. What's his name?
Whatever. Yeah, Gronkowski. It's close enough.
Gronowski.
It's Gronowski.
FCS.
I guess like there's not going to be. We're not playing Arch Manning. We're not playing. We're not playing any of these guys who are elite level quarterbacks throughout the season.
Probably doesn't have one, and
Michigan's is Bryce Underwood is a freshman.
Well, right, but probably.
So Bryce Underwood. You have Drew Aller. Like whatever. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. It's more like the concerning stuff of this game. That is like, okay, what are we not going to be able to figure out for like the rest of the season? Is if somebody pounds the rock on us, we're in trouble. If someone clearly like they've figured out with Raiola now with 1 season of film, we're just going to drop back into this zone and not let him throw deep.
Sure.
Or maybe we just don't have wide receivers that can do it.
I think we do. I
mean, why? I guess why? I just don't understand. We've watched 14 games of Dylan Raiola. Why do you not let him uncork one?
Yeah.
78 yards once a game.
Yeah, it is interesting. There was
like his whole thing. I've watched every high school film the kid has ever thrown. I've watched every pass he's thrown all the way back to his 8th grade year. He can throw it off his back foot 78 yards, and he has never done it once. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean,
He's at like.
I don't know.
Don't get
I
me
guess
wrong.
all
Don't
I
get
can
me
think
wrong.
is they're
He's completed 80% of his passes. I'm never going to complain about a kid completing 80% of his passes. He
right.
throws the checkdowns well. He's got cool and calm, collected. He's got the offense under. I'm more just like looking at Dane. I'm like, does he see something we don't? And is there a reason that Ja'Cory Barney is not just running as fast as he can and running the deepest post possible, just to keep him honest once a game? It's like because the whole offense shuts down if first down does not gain a yard. If first down we get 2 yards and 3 yards, second down we can gain 3 yards, third down we great. Like the second that offense gets a first down no gain, it's like the whole thing like shuts down because it seems like the offense needs like 2 or 3 yards at a time. It doesn't have chunk plays. Like
Yeah.
we had maybe one play of 20 plus yards the entire game, which maybe that's the way we win games.
I'll tell you right now. Yeah, the longest play of the game was the completion to Hunter, which was 24 yards. We didn't have any other completions longer than Lindenmeyer had the second longest.
Wait, which was the longest?
Hunter, the one where the deep-ish ball to the sideline to Hunter. He kind of receiver fell down. They said he pushed off. He didn't push off. He's fine. So 24 yards to Hunter, and then we had a 19-yarder to Lindenmeyer, and then Dane Key had a 15-yarder. And Key, like, I didn't feel terribly impressed by him, but again, like this is one of those like you rewatch it and you're like, okay, he's getting into good spots. He had 6 catches,
what
51 yards, and then Hunter had 6 catches for 65. It's like those are your top 2 dudes that you just got off the transfer market. I mean, we thought Ja'Cory didn't touch the ball. He actually had that. So he had that sweep around, and then he had 5 receptions for 27 yards.
I guess what I don't know is
we didn't really have those. And god dang, Emmett Johnson had 7 receptions for 27 yards, and then he had 108 rushing yards on 25 carries.
I think what the Dane Key one.
I mean, people that think we're not going to run the ball, Emmett Johnson ran the ball 25 times.
The Dane Key thing was like, that's what I literally like processing this emotionally. Every catch he had, I was like, that was a smooth catch. He caught it right. It was like he caught it smooth. He ran out of bounds smooth. He got down smooth. He got open smooth. Like he is a smooth runner. What we're not seeing is like the Trey Palmer 70-yard touchdown, right?
Sure.
And so you're getting Hunter can go up and get it clearly at 6 catches, like and Key, like every time he's open, he catches it. But I think what we didn't see, and I think that's why it's like my brain is spinning like a million miles an hour right now, is like if we need 20, we can't get it. Or like if we need a big play, who's going to do it? Emmett Johnson's going to grind through 100 a game for the whole season. Maybe he runs for 1,000, just purely grinding it through. But like, are we going to have is this the offense of never gaining 20 plus yards at a time?
Yeah. And the other thing is like, so last year we kind of just thought it was like our receivers maybe not getting like the separation that was needed and stuff because Rayla kind of stopped throwing the deep ball and stuff too much as well. But you get a completely new receiving core. Plus, you have Ja'Cory Barney coming back, and who's an absolute animal with 4.3 speed. You've got 3 dudes that can take the top off. Why is our average, completion 5 yards?
Yeah,
that's literally 5.8 yards. Like that's just not pushing it. And so I'm interested to see like if that was more of just a strategy, like, hey, listen, since he was playing 15 yards back, like you just take the easy yards.
The other, all right,
that's the case.
I'm kind of scrolling through some stuff. The most ridiculous sequence occurred at the end of the second half. Okay. In the first half, second quarter.
Yeah.
So we stopped them short of the first down on third down. Do you remember this play?
Stopped him short on third.
So Cincinnati's got the ball.
Yeah.
Third and short.
Yeah.
We stop them short of the third down, and the ref's just like he just starts waving him.
Oh my God.
He just like literally just walks up to the ball and he's like, yeah, no, you're good. You're
He
good. Come
felt
on.
he
Come on. Come
he
on.
couldn't have been more confident in his spot, and he was standing like you're looking at the chain guys. The chain guys are like, "Was this guy drunk? He
I mean,
walked
the
in a
yellow,
crooked line."
he's not even close
He
to the
just
yellow
starts
line.
waving him. He's like, "Yeah, yep, keep her moving, no problem." And then he's standing short of the chains.
Not even close to the yellow line. The yellow line is on the screen, and he's
Literally,
not like he would have
he's
to
not
like
even covering it up.
if he fell over, he wouldn't touch the yellow line. That's how far away from the yellow
He's
line
just
he
like,
is.
"Yeah, keep her
And not
moving."
to mention, okay, there's multiple things that are part of this. One, he wasn't even close.
He
The
wasn't.
announcers, who, by the way, like quick aside, I don't like to complain about announcers, but like this was a premier ESPN game, the #1 show in town with
Yeah.
Travis Kelce in the house, Taylor Swift in the house,
Yeah, all the
and
stars.
Patrick Mahomes in the house.
Sure.
And like we have a total clown show announcers. Like, how do you not have like an A-list guy on there?
Trot your stars out.
These announcers are like, yeah, no, it's first down. That should be good. That should be good. The play after that
Was the worst. Was even worse. The refs were comatose. What was going on?
Cincinnati catches the ball, takes 4 steps, looks up the field. He's like, I'm gonna run left. I'm running right. I'm running left. I'm running right. You know what? I'm gonna stop, pivot, turns his left, and then he gets tackled and fumbles.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't think he caught it. Yeah, I don't think he caught it. Like, are we watching the same game? Are you out of your mind?
That was shocking. Like literally, the ref was comatose for 2 plays, and both of them were like completely egregious. And thank God they reversed that. The call on the field was incomplete.
Two plays later, is the Hunter touchdown.
Yeah, thank the high.
Also, almost ruled incomplete. I mean, like one of the most insane three-play sequences of all time. Of like, what are you guys doing?
That was bananas. It started with that poor spot, and then they just were like, were they just like trying to end the half? Like just like, I don't know, whatever.
Bring it through.
I'm sure he was past. Literally, if the ref just like turned around, he would have been like, "Oh yeah, I am extraordinarily short."
Oh my God.
But and then they didn't review it at all, because I think it actually might have like changed the game in actually a worse direction, because that wouldn't have been a conversion for them, and then they might have punted. But instead they got a first down, and then the next play was the fumble for us. So I don't know. Ball don't lie. It ended up working out in our favor, I guess, a little bit there.
I mean, yeah, it's like I didn't even have the time to get the tweets up. I'm like, there was probably 8 different things I was screaming at the top of my lungs to the television at. That was one of them. Bad spot, followed by ridiculous play call, followed by the fact that he caught the ball in the end zone and scored, followed by like, yeah, those are all of them. I think the first and goal from the end zone, false start. I'm like throwing my television off the TV, like I get it, like ripping it off the side. I mean, I was screaming about like calling timeouts. Like
I would say the time when when my sphincter was most clenched was those last, right when we got sacked, an extremely inopportune sack at the end of the 4th quarter. Like the first half had its own frustrations, but we looked pretty good in the 2nd quarter. I felt great going into the 2nd half. The 3rd quarter, it was okay, but we held our own. The 4th quarter and the end of it, we were cruising, and then just everything seemed to come off the skids, and I was very tightly clenched for the last 5 minutes of that game. Until the ESPN app glitched and shut down, and I restarted it and found out that we won. Like, that was the greatest glitch ever. I honestly kind of needed the breather, because I thought that we were going to go die in overtime again. But a win is a win, man. I think 1-0 is like, I just had so many nightmare scenarios going through my head.
Well,
I mean, just so
it's
many.
like there's so many nightmare scenarios, but there's also like
like all the playoffs.
It was literally like the laws of math and analytics had to like I mean, we've lost 19 straight of those. It's like at some point, you're rattling off Illinois and Minnesota and Northwestern. It's like the Minnesota toe drag game from 2 years ago, and like the
Yeah.
Northwestern onside kick game from 3 years ago, and the
Right.
like Illinois game from 4 years. I mean, it's like you're
Yeah.
rattling off these games. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, here it comes. Cincinnati on the win. They effortlessly drive down. They get the interception or they get the penalty.
Yeah.
Like,
I was literally thinking of like how am I going to explain this to someone that didn't watch the game? Like, what could you possibly?
I'm going down such dark. I'm like,
Just-
I'm not taking. I'm
yeah.
literally like, I'm not taking my kids to school tomorrow.
Spiral.
I'm just gonna like,
Spiral city.
I'm not taking my kids to school. I'm definitely not coaching their games on Saturday. Like, I can't show my face in public. Like that.
Yeah.
At least all those things get delayed by
Absolutely.
at least 3 weeks.
Good point from Kool-Aid Jewel Pod here. I like that name.
Thank you.
I actually think this is a good point. Cincinnati, he says, I also think Cincinnati is going to be sneaky good in the Big 12. I stated this.
I hope they are.
And I actually think that that's a fair point. Like, based on this performance that I saw tonight, hopefully we just made them look bad. I think Sorsby can get it done on the ground, not through the air. I think that they're a bowl eligible team, though. Like at the end of their over under is like 5.5. I think they hit the over based on what I was seeing. Like it was a sort of salty defense, a stud on the D line. Sorsby can make some plays. They've got 2 solid running backs. I don't know. I think they'll win some games. We've got enough positives from this game to keep the Kool-Aid glasses filled. I feel
a win's a win. You win a close game. I think. Look, it's a win. It's like it could have gone a million different directions. You actually said this multiple times before the game. I think I was leaning closer to a 21-point win. I just was guzzling Kool-Aid. I just was like, I don't understand how anybody can possibly stop this offense. It's the best offense we ever had. You said multiple times, the best case scenario is to win a 1-score game.
Yeah.
To build resilience.
To be clear, I said those words in the moment where we were doing it. It sucked. And
but like I think about it right now, and I'm like, I'm scrolling through.
I was not having fun, but
I'm scrolling through.
Absolutely true. Like, how great is this for the team? Like, how great is this for?
What I'm saying is, I'm scrolling through that. I'm scrolling through the feed
right
now.
Just and Dana, and like you learn from this and you grow and you say.
Hartzog's on stage right now talking about making a game winning interception, and now Emmett Johnson is taking the microphone right now talking about the game that he just had. Like they just won what's essentially a bowl game for and we've won 2 of the last 3 games now, and now it's 2 straight 1-score games. They're learning how to win. They're learning how to win in like close games. Like even so, it's like we didn't have a turnover. No turnovers.
Love that. Didn't miss any field goals.
Didn't miss any field goals. We had the ball with 8 minutes to go, and I was kind of like, man, we could like kind of take the air out of the ball, which we did. Like that last drive probably went from 8 minutes down to 2, maybe.
Yeah. I think we started around 7.5, got down to 2, and then we also, we had 2 absolute back-breaking penalties, but. Actually, 3 back-breaking penalties, but that's about all I can think of off the top of my head. There was the Lutovsky first drive. We were, I don't know, it's first drive of the game, and you get a personal foul.
We had 3 total penalties.
They were all the worst timing.
There were 3 of the worst penalties of all time.
I guess like first drive, whatever, like it's fine in the end, but. Also, like, gosh, you just immediately give Cincinnati the ball back because you end up with a 15-yard personal foul in your own half of the field and give Cincy the ball on like the 45. Not good. The first and 1 yard line, jumping off sides, not great. And then Hartzog at the very end of the game, just to tease them a little bit and set up the pick. God, what an ending.
Well, I think as we sleep on it, and if we stop, if we get off this,
but that's only 3 penalties. It's just
the biggest issue of this is like the expectation and the hype going in was that like we're going to win by 28 and we're going to run away. And I think the fact that you're like, that didn't happen. Cincinnati was better than we thought. We didn't play as well as we thought. But then as you like dig into it, and if you do see this last drive that we had, we had a 10 play, 36-yard drive that took 5 minutes off the clock. We had the ball with 7 minutes to go. We ran it all the way down to, what was it? We ran it all the way down to 210 before giving it back to him. It would have been great to get one more drive, but like that type of stuff was like, that was the Frost gold mine of like, that's an interception waiting to happen. That's Adrian Martinez fumbled in Michigan. That's that's a special teams, kick return, punt return touchdown to Michigan State. So none of those things happened. You give them the ball and they get the ball that he punted. They get the ball at the 9-yard line with no timeouts.
It's also how that drive ended, because you get down to, actually, I'm looking at it right now, 1st and 10 at the Cincy 42 with 2.5 minutes left. You got to be feeling. I mean, your win percentage there is getting higher by the second. You're at their 42. You basically, you could go 10 yards and end up in field goal range. That's fine, right? Lose 2 yards on
terrible.
Terrible. Since he takes a timeout. Next play, so you're 2nd and 12. Raiola gets sacked. 7 yards. So now you have 3rd and 19. Now you're back to the 49-yard line. Raiola just dumps one off to just spare any further losses like that. You had the ball 1st and 10 at the 42. I mean, gosh, 2.5 minutes left. I feel like you gotta just keep the forward momentum going.
Yeah,
I know since he had timeouts and stuff, but like, I forced him to use them. I don't know. Like,
we did though. That was like
EJ, just milk it. And
I'm trying to spin zone
and just kick a field goal if you have to. But
I'm trying to spin zone how bad we are. But that was, we did drain them of timeouts.
Sure.
So that was a positive. They called all 3 of their timeouts.
Yeah.
They got the ball back with 2:10 left, or 2:10 left on the 9-yard line, thanks to Archie. So I guess if you're looking at them with 2 minutes to go with no timeouts, having to drive 90 yards, you give your defense that chance. They did it. Congratulations, they did. Pretty effortlessly. They went
since he went 10 plays.
They went 8-yard run, 14-yard pass, 8-yard pass, 5-yard play,
in a minute and a half,
8-yard run, 3-yard run, 10-yard penalty. I mean,
that's
the fact they threw that pass. Literally, listen to this. The fact that they threw that pass is unbelievable. To go from an 8-yard run, 14-yard pass, 8-yard pass, 5-yard penalty, 12-yard pass, 8-yard run, incomplete, 3-yard run, 10-yard penalty, interception. Like, they're getting 10 yards of play, and then he decides to go to the end zone. What are you doing?
Jeez, they were on the 33-yard line.
33, but that's still, what's that? That's still a 40. That's a 50-yard kick, right?
Almost, but the guys hit 50-plus yarders. They were in range. Before that ball was snapped, they were within his range. But yeah, it's a 50-yarder. But still, like, we made a 52-yarder. Like, it wasn't. They literally could have just started. I don't know. I couldn't believe they did that, but I'm not mad that they did. I think, if they, Taylor Swift might be helping Cincinnati buy out Satterfield's contract or something. It's like one contract for her could buy out his entire contract. They'll be fine.
How funny that Taylor Swift is watching it.
But anyway, we want to know. I want to know. We'll learn
Huskers.
From it. I love it. We've got enough positives. The Kool-Aid glasses are still full.
Hey, we want to know. The people that didn't watch can see that Dillon completed 80% of his passes. And just call
it. EJ is a dog.
Yeah, just be like, hey, how was the game? We won, and Dillon completed 80% of his passes, and he had 243 yards and 2 touchdowns, and we had a 100-yard running back, and we won. So
and our quarterback is a surgeon.
Yeah. And we had 66,000 fans at Arrowhead. Unbelievable.
God, what a night for Nebraska. Like, and what a display. Like, seriously, they couldn't stop talking about it. That what's that guy's name on the sideline reporter, Kasanich. He's like, I think so. They've sold out, X amount of games at home, but boy, this one is 99.9% Nebraska fans here. Not a Cincy fan in sight at a home game for them. It's just so awesome. What a great. I'm glad we, gutsy performance. We won it. We pulled it off. We never make it look easy, but it wouldn't be college football without it. We're back, baby.
Go Huskers.
1-0 and 1-0. Let's move on, huh?
Shout out to the 3,200 folks joining us on a post game. We've wanted to do this for a long time. I've just never had the courage and the emotional maturity to be able to talk about a Nebraska game after Nebraska game, and we lose most of the games. Anyways, that's a Huskers win. Go Big Red. Thanks for listening. Shout out to 3,200. Go Huskers. Thanks for joining.